What's going on, guys? Welcome to Soniq Sounds, and today we are going to talk about collaborating with other producers. Now for this video, I collaborated with my buddy Aloha Alex. Alex has a super dope YouTube channel. You should go check it out and subscribe to it after this video. Check out his content, show him some love. First thing you'll need to know before you start working with other people is what DAW they use. In my case, Alex uses Ableton, I use Logic Pro. So I needed to tell him that I needed the WAV files as well as the MIDI files, and he needed to export those and send it to me. The other thing I wanted to know is what tempo he's using as well as the key of the song. Now, as far as you have the WAV files, the tempo of the song, and the key of the song, you're ready to start collaborating. So let's jump into Logic Pro. Let's check out the files that he sent me, and then we'll put my magic on it, and I'll show you how to export the stems as well as the single tracks and send it out to him so he can mix it up and we can have a collaborative product. Let's go. All right, guys, let's jump into this. Now, Alex has sent me a bunch of files. You can see that there are waves right here. There are also some MIDI files here, and then he also sent me the full instrumental. So what I'm going to do is, obviously I know it's 105 BPM A minor. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and just put 105. You don't really have to change the key, but if you're planning on using some Apple loops, you may want to do this in Logic Pro. So let's bring it to A minor, and let's also bring the beat in here and check it out. Let's see what Alex has cooked up. Let's play this. Super dope. I like it. Let's check out this part of it, see what this is doing. It's swanky. Let's bring in the stems and work with it. Now, also, a lot of you may be working with producers who don't know music theory, which is fair, and they send you this instrumental that they made and you want to know what it is. Well, Antares Auto-Tune comes with a super dope plugin called Auto Key. Bring this in. For the most part, this plugin does a very good job at guessing what key the song is in. So let's play this and see what it tells us. There you go. It told us it's in A minor. If you have Auto-Tune loaded up, you want to dub vocals on it, you can just hit send to Auto-Tune and it'll do that right there. All right, let's bring the stems in. Let's give it a little play and then we'll mess around with it. One thing you want to do is save the project, so I'm going to do that real quick. Let's bring the MIDI into this. It seems like Logic wanted to bring everything on one track, so I'm just going to click and make new tracks and just bring everything on its own track. Now, I don't think it's telling me what is what. So this is when I'm going to need to actually just individually bring it in. So MIDI pad chords on the first track, I'm going to say no, and I'll just rename this to chords. This should be it. These are the chords. So let's actually check out the chords to see what Alex is doing here. So I'm going to quantize those a little bit. So I just selected all and hit Q on those. So now I have all these stems if I need it. I think the one that I'm actually going to use is the chord part of it. So I'm going to copy this, and one of my favorite plugins or the preset is the blue carpet in Logic Pro. So I'm going to load that up and copy this. Now in order to do that, just hit Option and drag out the MIDI. Mute this so you have it and it's not destructed. Let's see what Alex's track sounds like with this. I like that kick, however, I want to add my own flavor, a bit more of a top end to the kick. So I'm just going to load up a kick sample that I like and just layer that. So let's do that now. I like that, it's nice and punchy. So what I'm going to do is just select the drum track I want to replace or add to, hit Control D, and Logic will ask you, am I replacing or doubling? I'm going to double it with a kick track, so just hit OK, and Logic has made a MIDI of this. Now I don't have to use this MIDI, but let's see what Logic came up with, what sound it thinks I can layer with. I don't like that. It's a little more subby for what I wanted. I wanted a more top end, like the sample we picked earlier. So I'm just going to bring it down to my track, delete this. Now I have a MIDI track with the kick I wanted. Now the velocity is all over the place. I'm going to select all, hit T, hit V. I'm going to hit Option and Shift, and I'm just going to even out the velocity. Now, if you're collaborating with someone, you just want to send your stems, not their stems, back to them unless you process them. So I'm just going to select all of them and put them in folder. So that way I know which one is mine and which one is theirs. So I'm just going to name this not mine. And then here we have the kick that we added. So let's layer this kick and see how it sounds with the one that we added. Without, with. We don't need the low end, so I'm going to go and cut the low end right here. Now it looks like Logic did miss a kick here and there, but we know it's 4 on the floor, so I'm just going to select it here and just loop it out. Now I want to add some plucks to it. I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but I'm going to take this part in the verse and just bring it into a new track, and I'm going to make sure all the sizes are equal. There you go. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, so let's go and pick a pluck sound. I like that. So let's play this and see what that sounds like. This is without. It's giving a bit of a groove to this. And what I'm also going to do is just add a bit of the high end right here and also reduce some of the low. So it just bites the track. All right, that is perfect. Now what I also want to do is I want to add some more groove to this track. So I'm going to go to my beloved Kashmir pack, and I'm going to go to my drums and add some claps to this. And again, I'm going to use the same MIDI track here. So let's go to these church claps and find one that we like. So let's work on this. Now we know the pattern. Now we know the kick drum was 4 on the floor. We've done that, and let's start adding the groove. Now you can see the difference that this drum is filling in some of those other drums that were added. Now I could just mess around with the volume a little bit, have it sit into the track a little bit more. Now, if I do want something during the hook, maybe like an ethnic element, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over and probably add a sitar type of an instrument from a serum that I found, which I really like. So let's play this and see what this sounds like. All right, let's play this with the arrangement. Super cool. Let's see what that synth lead is. So what I want to do with this right here is I want to make another audio track. I'm going to copy it, but I want to add some distortion to this and see how that sounds. Kind of like a lead guitar, but we're going to convert that synth into it. So I'm just going to go to Logic and bring the amp designer. Super cool. I like that. I'm going to bring it down 12 semitones or an octave. Just go down here on the side and bring it down. Let's play this out. All right, let's play that and see how that sounds. So I put everything that I added into a folder. I'm going to mute this and then I'm going to enable it so we can see what mine sounds like versus what I received. All right, let's enable it. All right, so the next step is sending the stems. If you guys don't know how to do that, there is a video on the side, so just click on it. You'll be able to see how to exactly select these particular tracks and how to send the stems to somebody else to work with. Just really quickly, what you're gonna do is just select everything you need, select the range that you want, and you'll go to File, Export, 9 tracks as audio files, and then you can export them however you like. Let's say I wanna name it Alex. Go here. Trim silence at the end. Do I want overload protection? No. Do I want to bypass the effects? I don't in this case because I did process the sound a little bit. I don't want to include the volume and pan automation, so I'm going to keep that as is and I will export those tracks. And once everything is done, I'll zip it up and I'll send it over. I'll make sure I save this as version 1 as things start bouncing back and forth. It's easy to lose track of what's whose. So that was my way of collaborating with other producers. Given the world that we live in nowadays, everyone's collaborating online, ensuring you have the proper files, ensuring you have the tempo, ensuring you have the MIDI files, ensuring you have the key of the song is super important and makes the process seamless. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them below. If you like the content, hit that like and subscribe. At 5,000 subscribers, I am giving away a microphone, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share the content with another musician friend who's going to find this helpful. And as usual, make some dope music. I'll see you next time.